Joining me now is House Judiciary's Greg Steube. Congressman, it's great to have you on. We keep getting more and more information about newly declassified texts at the FBI. Shows the FBI under James Comey, Congressman, did have an aggressive media leak strategy. We knew about this for all along. But it really is detailed how they tried to manipulate the media against Trump and to paint themselves as, quote, the good guys. What do you say?
Yeah, this is supposed to be the most prestigious law enforcement agency in our country, and you have them intentionally and willfully feeding false information. You heard Mr. Solomon through these text messages, information that they knew was false, feeding it to allies of theirs in the mainstream media for them to do stories, and then the stories lead to TV appearances in mainstream media about a Russian collusion hoax that they had absolutely no evidence to base that under, that they knew was absolutely false. So for 3 years, we all heard Russia collusion, the Trump campaign colluded and conspired with Russia. The FISA court issued subpoenas to spy on these individuals of the Trump campaign, all based on evidence that those officers in the FBI knew was false. That type of activity from the highest law enforcement agency in our country should be criminal. Law enforcement agents should not be able to make up false accusations, feed the falsities to the media, and then the media run with it.
Yeah, I mean, we have been following this for years now. Thousands of FBI text messages declassified over the last 3-4 years from the Russia and Clinton email scandals, showing the media giving the FBI under James Comey and his team secret briefings about what their stories were going to say the next day before they were printed and published. And the FBI frequently leaked to the same reporters, with some senior officials on a first-name basis with those reporters. We're talking at outlets like New York Times, CNN, The Wall Street Journal, and ABC News. Now, we get it. We understand what journalists are about doing their job, but we keep hearing from the field agents, the FBI field agents, that what they were seeing about how James Comey was handling both the Hillary Clinton email scandal and the Trump-Russia probe was absolutely, quote, outrageous, according to one top FBI official.
It absolutely is outrageous, and most Americans that watch your show aren't surprised by this behavior after 3 years of the Russia collusion hoax, but law enforcement officers don't think that this type of behavior is appropriate, and I sure hope that this Durham investigation comes to a completion and there's some criminality involved in activity like this in the highest law enforcement bureau in our nation, where the highest people in the FBI are making up falsities that they know are false, feeding them to the media to propagate a false claim against a political operation. It's just unheard of to be happening in our America. Look, the FBI and the DOJ is supposed to be nonpartisan. It's supposed to be impartial in their determination of facts and evidence and applying it to the law before they make charges. And this is absolutely the complete opposite of what was happening in the Obama-Biden DOJ.
All right, Congressman Greg Steube, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.